Taylor Bisciotti with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. The rumors that the Seattle Seahawks might soon be up for sale appear to be greatly exaggerated, according to team chair Jody Allen. In a statement, Allen said, quote, as chair of both the Portland Trail Blazers and the Seattle Seahawks, my long-term focus is building championship teams that our communities are proud of. As we've stated before, neither of the teams is for sale, and there are no sales discussions happening. Robert Griffin III took a sabbatical last season to focus on TV work, but the former Heisman Trophy winner is ready to put his broadcast career on hold if an NFL team calls. RG3 telling KTWX in Waco, Texas, quote, I am ready to go right now. I know what it takes to get my body ready, and I'm doing those things. So if I get that call this year, next year, or 5 years from now, I will be ready to play. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
It's not easy being the one everyone counts on to keep the facility running, no matter the weather or supply chain hiccup. But we get you, Raymond in Buffalo, and Maria in Miami, Jules in Minneapolis, and Stan in Central Indiana, taking control of everything that's under your control. At Grainger, we're here for you with experienced branch staff at over 250 locations so you get the product you're looking for. Call clickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
DQ presents the sound of a summer double play. It's the sound of drumstick pieces and peanuts combined with world-famous soft serve to make two all-star treats. The drumstick with peanuts blizzard and new caramel drumstick with peanuts blizzard. Grab one today or get it delivered at DQ.com. Official treat of MLB. DQ. Happy tastes good.
We are the Imperial Valleys, AM 1230, KXO, El Centro, California, live and local just for you. In the newsroom, good morning, Gene.
Good morning.
Yeah, if George starts getting in your way, just, elbow him a bit.
Well, there's not very much room to elbow people in here.
No, and part of it is because Sam Couchman takes up a lot of room.
Him and several other people that are in here, which will remain anonymous.
Well, let's keep it that way. Anonymity. It's a good thing.
Anonymity.
Yes. Don't ask me to say that again. It's another beautiful day in the neighborhood. In the last couple of mornings, we've had the patio door open, enjoying the weather.
Yeah.
Highly unusual for this time of year.
Unusual. But stick around.
Yeah, it will change.
It will change very soon.
Yeah, that's one thing you can count on. Summer in the valley.
It certainly is.
Okay.
Certainly.
Well, let's see. All sorts of exciting things going on. Not. And, this time of year, again, in the valley, social events and all sorts of other things just kind of go by the wayside, don't they?
They kind of sociably disappear.
Yeah. Oh, well.
But they'll be back, so.
Yeah. So we'll
and
let you know
like
what's going on, what's happening, where it's happening, if anything does happen.
We'll be there.
Yes. Oh, well, and this Saturday, there is something happening. Tracy and I will be at the brand new grocery outlet store in Brawley.
I was going to say, I'll bet it's in Brawley.
Yeah.
I just have that feeling.
Yeah. And we'll be, it's one of the things with the pandemic, we have been very cautious about going out and around, and we will continue to be cautious. But we will be there Saturday because it's a big celebration.
So you'll be sneaking around the buildings, huh?
No, we'll be right up front, but I can pretty much guarantee you we'll be wearing masks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The latest mutation of the COVID, apparently even more contagious, fortunately not as bad as previous mutations. But it's going around and seems as though even if you've had it before, you're going to get it again. And it's, most people are saying, well, it's kind of like a cold. So,
yeah,
which is what a virus is.
that's exactly right.
Yep.
Took the words out of my mouth.
Okay. We've got birthdays. Do you want to celebrate?
Birthdays we have, and we've got news. You just stay with us, promise. Promises.
We already mentioned Gene Chandler, the Duke of Earl, is 82. Actor Bat Ward, he was Robin on the TV show Batman. Bam, pow, wham. He's 77. A contemporary of mine. He and I were at San Diego State at the same time. He is older than I am. He also played NFL football and then had an acting career. Fred Dreyer, 76. Sly Stallone, 76. Actor Shelley Hack from Charlie's Angels, 75. Actor Alice Beasley, 71. Actor Grant Goodeve, 70. Actor Casey Sanders, 67. Actor Jennifer Saunders, 64. Actor Pip Torrens, 62. Actor Brian Posehn is 56. Actors Tia and Tamara Mowry are 44. Comedian Kevin Hart, 43. And actor Jeremy Suarez is 32. You ready for local birthdays?
I'm ready.
We got him. Let's wish happy birthday to Anita Shank, Jessica Navarro, Suzanne Miller, Gerald Bano, Hector Garcia, Enrique Nunez, Susie Garcia, Clara Johnston, Sarah Montes, Martha Ulloa, Cindy Nickus, Sophia Ornelas, Clifford Williams. Happy birthday from KXO. Okay. Not a big list, but full of quality.
Quality.
Yes.
That's what we strive for.
Yes. Okay. I don't know if we mentioned it, but Tom Cruise turned 60 on the 4th of July. 60. That's 60 inches tall.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, his height matches his age now.
Yes.
Oh, well.
I've heard that before.
Yeah. Are you ready for news?
We have some. Mayor of Brawley, we're going to jump in the news a little bit early.
Okay. It's World in California news to begin with, and it is brought to you by your friends in the air conditioning business, Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal.
CBS News Brief. The suspect in the July 4th parade shooting outside Chicago, 21-year-old Robert Cremo, is due in court soon. The state's attorney in Lake County, Illinois, Eric Reinhardt.
We will ask a judge to hold Mr. Cremo without the possibility of bail.
British Prime Minister Boris Johnson says he will not resign, despite the resignations of 27 ministers and department heads. CBS's Vicky Barker from London.
In the past 24 hours, dozens of top officials have resigned from Boris Johnson's government over the Prime Minister's latest lie. And now, former Defense Secretary and influential fellow conservative Liam Fox has tweeted that he is going to tell Johnson that he must step down.
A subvariant of Omicron is spreading fast. CBS medical contributor Dr. David Agus.
You're going to see much of the country affected by this particular variant. And
CBS News Brief, I'm Wendy Gillette.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
California headline news in Amador County. The Electra fire is burning nearly 4,000 acres of brush and dry grass southeast of Sacramento. More evacuations issued as the fire continues to burn with about 5% containment. Cal Fire crews with their hands full.
Fire season seems to be getting a little intense like this, so we're holding in there, but we're doing all right.
Cal Fire requesting PG&E turn off the power yesterday for about 15,000 customers in Amador and Calaveras counties. Former president of Team USA softball stands accused of sex crimes with a child. Sergeant Rod Grassman with the Sacramento County Sheriff's Office.
What's significant about this is that this gentleman was active in the governing council as well as Softball USA.
61-year-old John Govea facing 8 felony charges. The victim isn't associated with USA Softball. The incident is allegedly taking place between 2015 and last year. Gas prices dropping another 2 cents overnight. Jeff Scott, California News.
World in California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning, your year-round comfort specialist.
Hey y'all, I'm country artist Andrew Giacchis, and I'm back on air with Good Morning.
Go running for the truth, but we don't have to, so you don't have to come around unannounced and leave with the sunlight. Just when it's getting good, you hit me with a goodbye. Same thing every night, I can never get enough time. I want more of you.
Thanks for listening. You can learn more about the movement at bootbarn.com/backonair.
Are you ready?
At Lowe's, every pro is an MVP to us. It doesn't matter how big or small your business is. If you're a plumber, roofer, electrician, or remodeler, your business earns back when you spend, gets exclusive offers, and paint rewards. It all adds up to help drive your business. Join Lowe's MVP's Pro Rewards and Partnership Program today. Minimum purchase required. Earnings and paint rewards awarded as Lowe's e-gift cards. Exclusions, restrictions, and more terms apply. Valid through 12/31/22. See Lowe's.com/L/Pro Loyalty Terms. Subject to change. U.S. only.
And it's page one of the local news, page one of service of El Centro Motors, Quick Lane, Tire and Auto Centers, 3 locations to serve you at El Centro Motors, in the Brawley Auto Center, and at the Imperial Valley Mall.
Taking a look at the latest in local news, the Brawley City Council met last night, regular session. Here's a report with Sam Couchman, the mayor.
We had some public appearances. Several members of the public addressed the council on possible repair of the tennis courts at Meserve Park. They're very costly for those types of repairs, but we did encourage a look at that and see if we can arrange that through the city and with the school's cooperation and other help from concerned citizens within the city of Brawley. We had an introduction of Scout, our new canine officer, and he is a really great-looking dog. And we had the presentation of proclamation in honor of Adeline Bias, Brawley resident, active in local organizations, and a supporter of the Brawley Library. We had the introduction of Thomas Garcia as assistant to the city manager. We look forward to having him working with us in the Brawley family. We received an update on calls for assistance from the fire department. 13 calls for fires on July the 4th, that 24-hour period. Majority were related to fireworks. There were no injuries, and those were minor in nature, and the fire department handled that very well. Under our regular business, we had approved request by Imperial Valley Beverages Incorporated to authorize sale of beer, wine, and distilled spirits for consumption off the premises in accordance with the Type 21 ABC license. We approved acceptance of organized crime drug enforcement task force funds and acquisition of high-tech equipment to assist in fentanyl investigations, and this was approved along with budget adjustments for that to occur. Adopt regulations for items related to the upcoming election. So we had to adopt some new regulations or affirm some old ones, and so we did that. If anyone is interested, they can contact the city for those for that information. We approved an amendment to the Brawley Municipal Code to prohibit the parking of trucks and vehicles with hazardous materials in residential areas. We had to update our municipal code to handle some of that, and we did so. That's for the safety of the public in the residential areas, and we also don't want large trucks parking in the residential areas. We provided direction to staff regarding proposed purchasing and contracting policies, and those had not been updated since 2008, and we were happy to do the update on those and get that from the staff, and we gave them direction on that. And we provided direction to staff regarding formation of an art installation advisory board, and that would include many members of the public, and it would help us in terms of choosing what art would go in on the streets of Brawley, what type of art for murals, etc., statues, painting of items, and things of that nature. And so we're talking about, we gave direction to staff to start the formation of that. We received an update on utility billing payment options and assistance programs for people. There's still at least one program out there to assist low-income people with their utility bills. And we did receive an update on how successful the other ones have been. And there are new payment options for people for utility billing, a lot of payment options. And so people are advised to call the city or look into that. They can call our finance department, the utility department, et cetera, to get that information. Then we went to closed session, and we got an update on the vertical bridge lawsuit, and that's proceeding along. We hope to have that resolved in a fair amount of time. Those things take a long time, and so we're looking at that. The cost of that lawsuit is extremely high, and so we are certainly wanting any updates and trying to push that through to completion.
And that's Mayor of the city of Brawley, Sam Couchman. KXO News Time, 7:43.
Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers are here for you. Lube, oil, and filter change, alignments, brakes, batteries, tune-ups, and so much more. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment. And now, Quick Lane has 3 locations in the Valley. In the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive, at El Centro Motors, and now at the Imperial Valley Mall. Quick Lane, ready to serve.
In other local news, a 56-year-old suspect is in custody. George Gale has more.
Manuel Medina Vargas Jr. was taken into custody late last week. The arrest was announced by the Kxo Police Officers Association on their Facebook page. Very little additional information has been made available. 56-year-old Heber resident is suspected in the June 8th shooting, the shooting death of a Kxo man in the 400 block of West 5th Street in Calexico. 2 other Heber residents had already been arrested in that incident. The 3 Heber suspects reportedly targeted 2 men. One of them died from his injuries at the hospital. Kxo police are still investigating and have not released very much other information. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Police in El Centro and Brawley were out Monday night enforcing fireworks ordinances. Both the police departments and fire personnel were patrolling neighborhoods looking for illegal fireworks. The El Centro Police Department issued at least 4 citations and a number of written warnings to homeowners identified as being responsible for shooting off the rockets and mortar rounds that could be heard and seen throughout the valley. There was one instance of a man in the 2400 block of Orange Avenue in El Centro who suffered second-degree burns to his hands and face as a result of shooting off illegal fireworks. Brawley police reported issuing citations and warnings for outlawed fireworks. That concludes this edition of Local News. Page 2 coming up.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations in the Valley. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment. Hey, bargain shoppers, there's a brand new grocery outlet in Brawley. Hi, I'm Carroll.
And I'm Tracy. We'll be broadcasting from the brand new grocery outlet Bargain Market in Brawley from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Saturday.
Stop by and save.
That's Saturday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the brand new grocery outlet on Panel Drive in Brawley. See you there.
Page 2 of the local news and weather brought to you by the Town Pump in Westmoreland, open Tuesday through Saturday at 4:30, and by Brownie's Diner in Brawley, open every day, 7 a.m. till 3 p.m.
Continuing with more local news, one person was displaced due to a trailer fire. Here's more on that story.
The fire was reported early Sunday near Nyland. Not much information has been released. Officials say one person was displaced as a result of that fire. That person was assisted by the local Red Cross in locating alternate shelter. That person was the only occupant in that trailer. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
The driver of a hit-and-run car fled the scene of the accident and abandoned a puppy in the car. The accident occurred at about 12:49 a.m. Tuesday in the 1400 block of Hamilton Avenue in El Centro. A white PT Cruiser crashed into a parked pickup truck, and the PT Cruiser driver was last seen running westbound on Hamilton. It was reported that the fleeing driver was picked up by someone in a black SUV. A passenger in the PT Cruiser also fled the scene and was seen walking east on Hamilton. Left behind was a small puppy that police turned over to the pound. The accident remains under investigation. Well, Mana awarded 32 scholarships. Here's more on that story.
$21,000 in scholarships went to local high school and community college students in Imperial County. Scholarship amounts ranged from $500 to $1,000. Mana says last month, students had an opportunity to meet with the Mana board members and pick up their scholarships and receive certificates from Mana de Imperial Valley, Congressman Juan Vargas, State Senator Ben Hueso, and Assembly Member Eduardo Garcia at Jalisco in El Centro. Mana de Imperial Valley is a nonprofit focused on empowering Latinas through leadership development, community service, and advocacy. Mana President Rocio Ramirez said Mana is able to offer local scholarships thanks to the generosity of their members, sponsors, and community partners. Ramirez says they were especially grateful to Southern California Gas Company for their donation of $10,000, which allowed Mana to expand the scholarship program to deserving students. Since 2008, Mana has awarded $214,500 in academic scholarships. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
We'll be back with a look at the weather.
When you're ready for great home-style cooking, there are 2 locations for the best in the Imperial Valley. Brownie's Diner, 990 Main Street in Brawley. Open 7 days a week, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., featuring delicious breakfast and lunch entrees, including menudo, liver and onions, and meatloaf. The Town Pump in Westmoreland is open Tuesday through Saturday at 4:30 p.m., specializing in delicious prime ribs, steaks, chicken, salmon, and lobster. So for a great dining experience, visit Brownie's Diner, 990 Main Street in Brawley, and the Town Pump in Westmoreland.
Here's Carroll Buckley with the weather update.
According to the National Weather Service, much drier air will surge into the region. Correspondingly, temperatures will rebound into an above normal range, with highs across the Imperial and Yuma valleys returning to levels in excess of 110 degrees. 103 the high yesterday, 69 the low, sunny today with a high near 103, southeast wind about 5 miles an hour. Clear tonight with a low around 76, south wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming east after midnight. Thursday, sunny with a high near 106, east southeast wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming northwest. We have 79 degrees, 54% relative humidity, wind out of the southeast, 3 to 5 miles an hour. Page 2 of the local news and weather, all brought to you by Brownie's Diner in Brawley. You know they're open every day. And by the Town Pump in Westmoreland, Imperial Valley's fine dining experience.
Summer rates are now going on at Del Rio Country Club. They invite you to come and play, and they have a deal for you. 5-round punch card includes card for only $150. That's $30 per round. Regular 18-hole summer rate is $44. So yes, it's big savings. Don't let the heat bother you. They open early 7 days a week. The restaurant is open daily for lunch too. Looking to become a member? Del Rio Country Club offers single or family membership. For more information or to make tea time for Saturday or Sunday morning, give them a call, 760-344-0085. That's 344-0085.
It's sports time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. The Padres still can't hit. Yeah, the Mariners topped the Padres 6-2 yesterday at Petco. Elsewhere, it was the Marlins nipping the Angels 2-1. The Reds shut out the Mets 1-0. Yeah, Max Scherzer came back for the Mets, struck out 11, didn't surrender a run, but the Mets couldn't score. The Reds scored 1 and beat them. Meanwhile, the Pirates topped the Yankees 5-2. Orioles edged the Rangers 10-9 in 10 innings. Phillies beat up on the Nationals 11-zip. Tigers topped the Guardians 11-4. Rays ripped the Red Sox 8-4. Braves beat up on the Cardinals 7-1. Cubs clobbered the Brewers 8-3. Astros over the Royals 9-7. Twins topped the White Sox 8-2. Diamondbacks dumped the Giants 6-2. The Athletics over the Blue Jays 5-3. And it was the Dodgers with a win over the Rockies 5-2.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Brawley, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all of Pioneer's services, visit pmhd.org today.
Well, on the clay at Wimbledon, Novak Djokovic rallied from 2 sets down and defeated Jannik Sinner. He will face Cam Nouri in the semifinals. Yeah, well, Djokovic spotted Sinner of Italy, a huge lead Tuesday, then worked his way back for the win. And Ons Jabour's resume, yeah, well, you can add a new one. She's the first Arab woman to reach the semifinals at a Grand Slam tournament. The third-seeded Tunisian improved on last year's quarterfinal run at Wimbledon, and she beat Maria Buskova 3-6, 6-1, 6-1 on center court. Tiger Woods still trying to come back. Woods closed with a 2/74 to finish tied for 39th at the J.P. McManus Pro-Am in Limerick, Ireland. And free agent center Thomas Bryant has agreed to a 1-year veterans minimum deal with the Los Angeles Lakers. Bryant was originally drafted by the Lakers in the second round of the 2017 draft. He was waived his rookie season, and now he's going to come in and add some front court depth for the Lakers. Yeah, they need to bring in somebody under the age of 40. That's it for Sports Time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers.
Since 1901, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy has provided the finest printing and copying services from start to finish. When you choose Imperial Printers Rocket Copy, you can feel confident in our expertise and personal attention to your project. We have a team of professional graphic designers ready to take your ideas and make them a reality. From promotional merchandise, full-color brochures, blueprints, and high-speed copies to business forms and everything else in between, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy offers dependable and affordable quality printing. Thank you for choosing locally owned and operated Imperial Printers Rocket Copy. We have convenient locations near you at 430 West Main Street and 100 South 11th Street in El Centro and 184 South Plaza in Brawley.
Financial news and the weather brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you and your property. Southwest Security also offering live scan fingerprinting to the public. Well, the U.S. businesses are growing at the slowest pace in 2 years. And, investors, they're hunkering down in a bear market. The Dow right now off 55 points at 30,912. The S&P 500 at 3,825. That's off 6.5 points. The NASDAQ down 3 points at 11,319. Gold off $13.20 an ounce. Are you ready for this? Oil under 100. Yeah, down $3.54 a barrel at 95.96. Okay. Yeah, it's not going to drop at the pump for a while. The UK competition regulator today announced the launch of an antitrust investigation into Microsoft's proposed acquisition of video gaming giant Activision Blizzard. The probe into what would be Microsoft's biggest acquisition in its history will focus on whether the deal may substantially lessen competition or create expectations that it might. Meanwhile, Norway's government stepped in to end an oil and gas strike, averting a new energy shock for Europe. Natural gas prices spiked after Norwegian oil and gas workers went on strike over a pay dispute this week, shutting 3 fields in the North Sea and threatening to escalate action over the course of the week. Norway is Europe's second largest energy supplier after Russia, and the strike had pushed gas prices to their highest level in 4 months.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been providing private security locally for more than 20 years and have owned Southwest Security for more than 6.5 years. I'm proud to announce that we have over 250 employees working here in Imperial and Coachella Valley. Last year, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. P.O. Box service to you. Also located at Southwest Security at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro. If you're in the need for security services, please call us at Southwest Security at 760-970-4500. That's 970-4500.
We will have sunny skies today with a high near 103, southeast wind about 5 miles an hour. Tonight, clear with a low around 76, south wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming east after midnight. Thursday will be sunny with a high near 106, east-southeast wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, then becoming northwest. 80 degrees, 53% relative humidity, wind out of the southeast at 3 to 5 miles an hour. Financial news and the weather brought to you by Southwest Security Services. They offer 24-hour-a-day post office boxes at Southwest Postal, 4th and Heil in El Centro.
At Burgers and Beer, our customers are like family. Let's hear what a few of them have to say about us.
They have great weekday specials.
I like the friendly environment, the friendly staff, the cold beer, and the best wings in town.
Burgers and Beer, what I like about Burgers and Beer, the menu, everything on the menu is great. I'm working my way through the menu. My favorite thing right now is the grilled tuna chipotle sandwich. That's what I had yesterday, and it was delicious.
So come and see us and find out for yourself at Burgers and Beer.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro, the Imperial Valley's local news source.
CBS News on the Hour, presented by Dell.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez, the 21-year-old charged with killing 7 people at a 4th of July parade in Highland Park, Illinois, is expected to appear in court this hour to face 7 counts of first-degree murder. Correspondent Chris Van Cleve is at the courthouse.
This will be a bond hearing. We understand that he is expected to appear virtually. Probably won't be a long hearing, and we may not hear much from the suspect. We do understand that he has been talking with police, but still not clear what a motive may have been. So, this will be a pretty standard first appearance by all accounts, and one of many to come. We expect prosecutors to seek that he be held without bond pending further trial.
Illinois State Police confirmed the suspect's father sponsored his son's application for a gun permit months after family members reported he threatened to kill everyone. Britain's prime minister is in a fight for his political life after dozens of resignations today from ministers and aides in his own party. It comes after an admission from Boris Johnson. He knew about previous allegations of sexual misconduct against a former cabinet member when he promoted him earlier this year.
It's absolutely true, Mr. Speaker, that it was raised with me. I greatly regret that he continued in office, and I've said that. I have said that before, Mr. Speaker.
Lawmakers investigating the January 6th attack have plans to hold another public hearing next week. The goal, says correspondent Scott McFarlane, is revealing ties between former President Trump and rioters.
This committee is ready for its next public hearing, set for Tuesday morning. CBS News has learned it'll focus on the role of domestic violent extremists and far-right groups that day.
Reports say former White House counsel Pat Cipollone will testify in a transcribed interview. The Pope takes a new step toward inclusion at the Vatican. Reporter Sabina Castelfranco from Rome.
In a highly significant shift in the Catholic Church, women will be granted a say in the appointment of bishops, which are only men. Pope Francis said he will appoint 2 women in the committee that elects bishops in the Congregation of Bishops.
By the CDC's estimates, two highly contagious Omicron subvariants, BA4 and BA5, now make up more than half of all new COVID cases in the U.S. But others could be here soon. CBS's Dr. David Agus.
We're seeing in India a particular new variant called BA.2.75 that actually is overtaking BA5 and seems to be even more infectious and evade immunity also in patients in India. So that worries us for a future variant.
The Dow is down 23 points. This is CBS News.
Dell's Black Friday and July sale is here with savings on top-rated business computers with Intel Core processors. Upgrade today by calling 877-ASK-DELL.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
I'm asking about Prevnar 20 because there's a chance pneumococcal pneumonia could put me in the hospital. Age 65 or older, you may be at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a Pfizer vaccine that can help protect against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. The most commonly reported side effect was pain at the injection site. For additional common side effects and full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com. I want to be able to keep my plans.
So I'm asking my doctor about getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20.
Mississippi's only abortion clinic is set to close today.
The Jackson, Mississippi abortion clinic at the heart of the legal fight that led to the Supreme Court overturning Roe v. Wade will close at the end of business today. That after a judge refused to block a so-called abortion trigger law. It bans most abortions.
Mississippi is one of the top 4 states with the highest rate of young women who are uninsured.
Getty Israel is CEO of a nonprofit community health organization that serves pregnant women in Mississippi's capital city. Jim Crisula, CBS News.
Critics are calling the Dallas Cowboys tone deaf for teaming up with the Black Rifle Coffee Company. Flavors include AK-47 espresso blend and murdered out coffee roasts. Just a day after the shooting massacre in Highland Park, a team post featured a 31-second video. I called it America's Coffee. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio with Carroll Buckley.
I turn it on in the morning and I leave it on all day.
AM 1230.
My music station.
KXO.
1230.